What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel and a video about one of the worst places to live in America. There are many lists out there about the best places to live in the United States. Today we're going to talk about the complete opposite side of that. I have a list here from a real estate company, not going to mention their name, who came up with this list of the most miserable cities in America. This list was based on three main factors: the crime rate, employment numbers, and housing market. And when you combine those together, you get an idea of how terrible it is to live somewhere. These aren't the largest cities in the United States. They're kind of smaller cities, but they're still pretty big. So, let's see what these 5 miserable cities are, shall we? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing travel experiences. Number 5, Springfield, Missouri. Now, I know a lot of people from Springfield, Missouri, like just about every city on this list, will say it's not that bad. Maybe a little bit of reverse psychology. Maybe they want people to come there because if people leave, they might raise the livability index. But this place really does suck. It's got some nice things going for it, just like every city has. But the bad outweighs the good in Springfield, Missouri. Springfield is located in southwest Missouri, and it's home to Missouri State University. It's also known for its barbecue, which I've tried. It's decent. Springfield is considered to be a hub for healthcare, insurance, retail, logistics, and agriculture. Like I said, there are some positive things about this town, but a lot of negative things too. For one, their crime rate is actually 68% above the national average, and they're violent. Crime rate is 127% above the national average. That doesn't sound very good. Their employment numbers are horrible. The job market sucks. If you're living in Springfield, you're probably getting paid less than most other Americans. The median household income in Springfield is $36,424 a year, which is 19% lower than the national average. The unemployment rate here is about 6.1%, which is higher than the national average. And like I've said before, when you have more people looking for jobs than there are jobs available, the pay goes down. So you're working for less money to possibly put food on the table and pay your bills? Not a good situation. They also have a lot of poverty here. Springfield has a poverty rate that is 23.5% higher than the national average. That means a lot of people living in Springfield are living below the poverty line. They don't have enough money to pay their bills or buy the things they need. When you get into the real estate market, they have homes here that are fairly affordable, but you gotta watch where you're buying. If you buy in the wrong part of town, it's not going to be there very long. But overall, the real estate market isn't that bad. No, for McAllen, Texas. Yep, McAllen, Texas is another one of the most miserable cities in the United States. It's located in the southernmost tip of Texas, near the Mexican border. And honestly, it's a nightmare in many ways. McAllen is pretty much a desert city. It gets hot and it gets really humid. On top of that, it's surrounded by farmland. So if you're one of those people that hates bugs, you might want to skip this city. Then you add in their crime rate, which is 70% above the national average, and you have a total nightmare. They have a lot of problems here. McAllen, Texas also makes the list for cities with the worst air quality in the United States. Every year this city shows up on that list. So you got bad air quality, you got the heat, you got the bugs. Oh, and I almost forgot, they also have a lot of homes here that are in foreclosure and abandoned. It's a nightmare. No. 3. Youngstown, Ohio. Youngstown is located about 60 miles southeast of Cleveland, Ohio. If you're ever driving through here, I would suggest you keep driving. Yeah, this is one of those Rust Belt cities that's been struggling since the 1950s. Youngstown has seen better days, believe me, and it's not going to be coming back anytime soon. Youngstown is considered to be one of the poorest cities in the entire country. Their poverty rate is 29%, which is almost 30% of their population that is living below the poverty line. And in case you don't know, that's pretty bad. Youngstown, Ohio is one of those places you'll move to if you're running away from something. Maybe the law, maybe an ex-spouse, maybe you lost a bet, who knows? But this city will take you in and you'll never leave. Well, you could leave, but why would you want to? They have a crime rate that is 71% above the national average, and they're violent. Crime rate is a whopping 168% above the national average. It's pretty bad. One good thing about Youngstown, Ohio, though, if you can call it that, is their real estate market? No. 2. Harlingen, Texas. Yes, we're staying in Texas for this one. Harlingen is located about 12 miles north of the Mexican border and 20 miles west of the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of a strange location for a city, but it's here and it sucks. This city is kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it has a population of about 67,000 residents. Harlingen is no stranger to making lists. They make a lot of lists, unfortunately, but the majority of them aren't good lists. Harlingen has a crime rate that's 76% above the national average. Their violent crime rate is 170% above the national average. And their property crime rate is 73% above the national average. So everything here sucks. But like McAllen, Texas, they have a lot of abandoned homes. A lot of homes here are abandoned and foreclosed upon. This isn't a good situation. The cost of living in Harlingen is 12% lower than the national average. But that doesn't matter when you're sitting in your home watching the walls close in on you. Harlingen is also known for having the worst schools in the state of Texas, which is not good if you have kids. Nobody wants their kid going to a bad school. All right, before we get to know. 1. Don't forget we have another channel. We'd love it if you went over there and subscribe. All right, on to number 1 and no. 1. Camden, New Jersey. What is going on with this state? This whole state sucks. Trenton sucks. Camden sucks. Newark sucks. Atlantic City sucks. What is going on with this state? Why does it suck so bad? I mean, they got beautiful beaches. They got the Atlantic Ocean there. Why does this state suck so bad? I mean, the entire state is filled with misery. It's like someone dumped a bucket of misery, and it spread throughout the state. I don't know what it is about this place. It's just a miserable place to live. Camden, New Jersey is located just across the Delaware River from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Camden is one of those cities that's very dangerous for pedestrians. If you walk anywhere in this city, you're probably going to get run over, stabbed, mugged, all that good stuff. Just stay in your car, drive everywhere. That way you'll be safe from the elements. You know, the other humans that live here. Camden has a crime rate that's 158% above the national average. Their violent crime rate is a whopping 400% above the national average. That is insane. 400%. 1 out of every 4 people here are going to get murdered. Well, maybe not 1 out of 4, but it feels like it. It's pretty bad. The good news about Camden, if you can call it that, is the housing market. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, and be nice to each other.